Hare Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Radha Govinda Madhava, Govinda Madhava, Shri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hello to everybody. So today we are speaking on the Bhagavad Gita. And the verse has been chosen by Rupa Raghunath Prabhu is the chapter 5, Karma Yoga, Action in Krishna Consciousness. And we will speak about the verse 18 today. So I read the Sanskrit and you can follow if you can. Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapakecha Pandita Shamadashinaha. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahman, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater. Purported by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. A Krishna-conscious person does not make any distinction between species or caste. The Brahmana and the outcast may be different from the social point of view, or a dog, a cow, and an elephant may be different from the point of view of species, but these differences of body are meaningless from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist. This is due to their relationship to the Supreme, for the Supreme Lord, by His plenary portion as Paramatma, is present in everyone's heart. Such an understanding of the Supreme is real knowledge. as far as the bodies are concerned in different castes or different species of life, the Lord is equally kind to everyone because he treats every living being as a friend, yet maintains himself as Paramatma, regardless of the circumstances of the living entities. The Lord as Paramatma is present both in the outcast and in the Brahmana. Although the body of a Brahman and that of an outcast are not the same, the bodies are material production of different modes of material nature. But the soul and the supersoul within the body are of the same spiritual quality. The similarity in the quality of the soul and the supersoul, however, does not make them equal in quantity. For the individual soul is present only in that particular body, whereas the Paramatma is present in each and every body. A Krishna conscious person has full knowledge of this, and therefore is truly learned and has equal vision. The similar characteristic of the soul and supersoul are that they are both conscious, eternal and blissful. But the difference is that the individual soul is conscious within the limited jurisdiction of the body, whereas the supersoul is conscious of all bodies. The supersoul is present in all bodies without distinction. Om Agyanati Milandasya Jananjana Shalakaya Shakshurmudmeritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutade Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Daradi Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshvari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hale Priye Vanshakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Hevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaham Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gora Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First, I would like to thank you all for your presence and to allow me to speak few words in New Mayapur. It's such a blessing for me to give a class for the first time in this temple room, which I've been learning so much from all devotees, and so I will try to say something. So I read the verse again. Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Cheva Shvapakecha Pandita Shamadachinaha. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. So thank you, Rupa Raghunath Prabhu, to choose this verse, because this verse is actually very nice to speak about it. It's explaining to us that actually this body is just a covering that we have. This body is basically just a vehicle, and that the soul within is our essence, The soul within is actually our spark of life. Therefore, we all got different body, different covering, but that doesn't mean that that we are not the same. Actually, the soul is the same for everybody, as Prabhupada say, that Krishna, as a Paramatma, is into every living being's heart. And so even the small ants that you cannot even perceive, she got the same soul, the same spark of life within. This is such an amazing purport, amazing verses, sorry. So we remember that actually the size of the soul is 10,000 the tips of the hair. This is such small things, inconceivable for our material mind. Therefore, that's why scientific, they cannot prove anything about the soul, because with their microscope, they cannot prove it. This is too small. And when we read this in the Bhagavad Gita, about the size of the soul, and that this soul is the same for every living entities, if we really think about it, this is such an amazing topic. This small thing give the same life to everybody. So actually, I think not in the English version, but in the French version of the Bhagavad Gita, we have a picture, very nice picture about this verse. Maybe you are actually lucky we have it here as well, in the English version. You have maybe seen this picture before. I don't know if you can see from here, but this is quite a famous picture. So with this picture we can... Hare Krishna. With this picture, we can visualize a Vishnu or Paramatma, which is into every living entity's heart. That this is very beautiful. Actually, Krishna is guiding everybody, every living entity to go back to him. So I like. In Sankirtan, to use this picture to show to the people that we are all the same, basically, qualitatively, but not quantitatively. That's what Prabhupada say. We all got the same spark of life as a quality, but in quantity is Krishna, which is the Supreme Lord. He knows everything. He knows the heart of everybody. Therefore, sometimes we don't understand why this happened like this. But Krishna knows. Only Krishna knows everything. So from our point of view, from our mind, this can be so obvious sometimes what happened around us. And that may sound unbelievable or crazy what people are doing, but basically Krishna knows everything, so he have a plan about what's happening. So the sages who know this is very humble and very tolerant about everything that's happened around him, because he know exactly that this is Krishna's arrangement. And this is basically a learning. Every day it's a learning. Every day we commit mistake. Every day we learn from each other. And if we develop this vision that, okay, this is just Krishna acting through this person, we become more tolerant and we react more about what's happening in our daily life. That, oh, this devotee is always getting me frustrated. I don't know what happened with him. But if we reflect on it, maybe Krishna have a plan for helping me to understand something about myself. Because we should never forget that basically life it's a mirror. So Krishna will always put you in a position that may be difficult sometimes, but this is something that you have to understand about yourself, that you have to detach from. Maybe it's something that you have to work on to become a better human, to become more Krishna conscious. So even if the cow, I don't know, you try to guide the cow into the field and she don't want, and you may have this experience or no, but I had in New Govardhan this experience first time with a cow, and his name is I forget his name. Anyway, he was teaching me how to take care of the cow, and he gave me the stick and he said, okay, if she don't want, you beat her. You beat her and she will obey at some point. And I tried everything for like 20 minutes. She didn't want it to move. The cow didn't want it to move. And I was getting frustrated, like, oh, I'm gonna do? So I just start to pray to Krishna, like, Krishna, what happened? Like, why this happened to me? Why she don't want to move? I need to do something. And finally, after I pray, and she just moved slowly and kind of look at me like this and just smile. The cow just smiles. So it's very, very interesting, this verse, because we can after that relate with every living entity as Krishna, as part and parcel of Krishna. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. So I might finish with this. Do we have some question or something to add? Gauranga Prema Prabhu.
Could you please share some of your experience on Sankirtan? About how sometimes we look at the externals on Sankirtan and we can sometimes be surprised about who might actually be spiritual and who might be material. Maybe you have some experience in that area.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. This is such a nice topic that actually I forget to talk about. Yeah, often in Sankirtan we judge people by their vehicle, by their body, basically. That you might say, wow, this is an old man, he will never be interested. But actually I've learned, I've read too, I cannot quote the verses, but I think it's from Vaisheshika in Our Family Business, that we must stop everybody, and we should not make any distinction about the covering, about the body of the people, that actually they have a soul, they are walking into the street, so their soul is here, and the body is just a vehicle. So this is stupid to judge the vehicle of the people. And I really like to explain that to people on the street, that yeah, maybe you have a covering, you have a vehicle, and someone is judging you, but actually he's stupid, this guy, because he's judging your car. And you will never judge the car of somebody. Like, oh, your car is... Well, you can, but there is no real point. But in Kali Yuga, we are always judging anyone and everyone. Even us as devotees, we sometimes judge the body of the other devotees. We are very stupid. It's true. We forget this is just a temple. This is Krishna's temple. And according to karma, we have different material covering. And yeah, we just must accept our body as it is. Because this is Krishna's creation, therefore it's perfect. Therefore it's perfect. Yeah. So in Sankirtan, yeah, we must stop everybody without any distinction. I had this experience of a little child just jumping on the Bhagavad Gita. She was 5 years old. And she wanted it. And she took it. The grandmother gave me money. Yeah. So even a dog can take a book. We saw Maharaj just yesterday during the projection, Sankirtan projection. Was talking with the bird who took the book. Every living entity wants to know about Krishna. So we must give prashadam to animals because yes, they cannot read, but we must give prashadam to them. Yeah, help everybody to come in contact with Krishna. Any other question? Nitai Charan, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Ekanath Prabhu. This is wonderful. Wonderful thought that we can connect everyone, and this is really faith. And I sometimes, it works for me that I can, it is touching to see like old people who doesn't speak the language that they're speaking, but they just take a book and give a donation and they feel very happy. And also, I was trained by senior book distributors who were saying that yes, we distribute to all, but if I have a choice, if I have, they were telling me, if I have few people coming by, I will choose a young guy because it is more possibility that he is less covered. And some senior devotees were mentioning that the big part of the older people are more covered and harder to reach. Yeah, but okay. Also, I heard also senior book distributors say that there are different conditionings, that young people are sometimes proud or sometimes just spaced out, and the old people have the wisdom of old age, so they know. So yeah, both are.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we can experience everything. We can experience. You see. Yesterday I've been sharing this experience that I had during the marathon. This lady, Caroline, she took the Srimad Bhagavatam set and she took all Prabhupada's books. She was 73 years old body. You might say, well, she will never take a book. She got she's from Singapore. So, I mean, yeah. You may judge that she will never take a book, but she took all of them. And many times I met old ladies. They actually, most of the time, don't want the book, but when they take the book, they actually give so much Lakshmi. They give very nice donation, and they want so much books. And so you never know, but you're right. Often young people are more interested. This is a fact too. But yeah, actually Krishna within as a Paramatma is guiding us often in Sankirtan. That if you have a choice, sometimes you don't know, you want to run to these people, to this woman, and you don't even know why, but Krishna is attracting, like, so, yeah, we never know. Thank you.
I don't know, I mean, this is,
Because Krishna is into everyone's heart, so
yeah.
why him more than her? Yeah. But yeah, it's a good boy. Rupala Gunat, Prabhu.
I just want to share, thank you very much for your class.
Hare Krishna.
Very nice class. I just want to share my experience at Sankirtan when I just, in the flow of Sankirtan and don't choose anyone, whoever I start myself. But when I start to think like, okay, this one is younger or this one is more pious, like try
Yeah.
to
This
do the material logic.
doesn't
I'm trying
work.
to stop this person at the same time I think maybe it was a wrong choice. And I stop this person doesn't stop. Never.
Yeah, it doesn't
wrong
work.
choice. No, actually it's not about my choice, it's about
Yeah,
material consciousness.
yeah. Yeah, this is why I think for all the devotees who experience to go on Sankirtan, especially book distribution, that's why this service is such an amazing service. And I encourage all devotees who can have this opportunity to do book distribution in their life to go for it. Because you can make so much advancement. I mean, this is only now 2 years that I get the opportunity by Guru Maharaj's grace to do book distribution, and I've been learning so much in such a short period of time. Because when you are in the street, yeah, you meet all kinds of people, and you grow, because yeah, you have to be tolerant. You have Trenadapi Sunichena, Taradapi Saishnuda, Manina Manadeda, Kirtanya Sadari. Oui, faut être vraiment humble et tolérant. Faut faire l'effort de voir que Krishna, oui, Krishna is acting into everybody's heart. Yeah, thank you. Someone.
Can you maybe give me your opinion? I was speaking to one member of my family about distribution, and I was saying, yeah, we doubled the scores and we distributed so many books. And then he said, yeah, but you are like telling me you are this scores and you distributed so many books, but is this really the goal, to just distribute so many books? So many books can just stay in a cupboard, or they don't read it, and they might throw the book. So isn't the goal that someone who wants to read get the book, and that people read it and they become spiritual? What do you think?
Yeah, well, Prabhupada said it many times, even if they just touch the book, even if they just touch the book, they start their devotional service. So if they take the book and they bring it home, even if they put it on the side and they even never open it, still they give some Lakshmi, and they have been talking with you, they have been a contact with devotees, and you never know what's gonna happen. Maybe 5 years later, someone will take this book, like one of his son, and say, wow, this book is so amazing. We don't know, we don't know. Bhagavad Gita is sacred, it's Krishna's message, so Krishna have a plan, so therefore if this person take the book, even if he's not reading it, still he gives some Lakshmi or... And the book is guided, you have a name on it, and it's for somebody. We heard this story this morning from Maharaj that when he went to Châteauroux, I think, and this lady just talk with the devotees and say, "Oh, I have this box that I want to get rid of. I don't want this box anymore because this is taking me so much space." And she gave to Maharaj a Srimad Bhagavatam set. That's what he told us yesterday, I think, from the altar, which is now on the altar. Yeah. This is incredible. So we never know what's gonna happen with Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. So we should not be afraid about giving books. This is transcendental literature. This book is spiritual, is not material. We forget this, but this is important. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, can I just add one point?
Yeah, please.
Prabhupada said these books are like murtis.
Yeah.
They're a deity in the house.
Wow.
So imagine we said we distributed like 10,000 Radha Krishna deities. How incredible would that be? And no one would doubt that. But because people just think, oh, they're just books. They're just like you said just now, they're not just books, they are deities in the house.
Yeah.
Purify the atmosphere.
It's true.
Sorry, please feel free.
Oh, thank you.
Is there time for one more question?
Yes.
I think so. I don't
10
know.
minutes.
Yeah.
They look at
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I understand that by seeing that there is a soul in the vehicle, it gives us a spiritual vision, compassion. But by seeing that there is also Paramatma in the vehicle, so I can understand that there is some lessons coming from others given by Paramatma. But what else this understanding, this vision of Paramatma in other living beings can give? Is there anything else? Any other point? So by seeing Paramatma in others, is it only understanding that some lessons coming from others, we are all connected through Paramatma, or there's anything else?
I'm not sure that I understood the question, I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to elaborate on the point that the sage sees Paramatma in each living being.
Yeah.
So what is what does it give us?
Did you mean what exactly includes the vision, seeing the Paramatma?
Yes.
It's like a purport. What's the purport of seeing Paramatma in everybody? What's the deeper meaning behind seeing? Like what do you? What's the deeper layers of that knowledge?
Okay. Well, this is, I think, I don't have real answer about this question.
It's an open question.
Yeah, maybe someone can help.
You can pray to Paramatma and ask her that they motivate them to take a book.
Yeah, okay. Like, because Krishna is into their heart, like, we can pray to Krishna that, oh wow, yeah, Krishna, you are in this heart of this soul, so please guide him to take a book. But sometimes it's true that people are too much covering, that they will never listen to their heart. And so it can be complicated, but one who is ready will he will listen to his heart basically, and he may take the book. So yeah, that should be our prayer. Yeah. Krishna, as a Paramatma, you are within every living entity. So please allow them to take this book, that they can go back to you. Yeah, it's a good point. Thank you. Yeah, but finally bring us realization. Okay. Okay, we might stop here. Well, if you have more question, I don't know, but
I can think of it.
I can if you remember
Mhm.
one point to that, which is I don't remember the exact translation, but there's a verse in the Gita of one who sees me in everything and everything in me. I am never lost to him, nor is he lost to me. And so, for us, we're trying to see Krishna. But if imagine you saw Krishna everywhere. Where's the place you see Krishna everywhere?
yeah.
In the
Go
pillar.
In the pillar. But where is that place where you see Krishna everywhere? Let's go look at Vrindavan. That's where you see Krishna. Because everything in Goloka Vrindavan reminds of Krishna. Prabhupada would say that. The mother, she looks at the shoes of her child. She doesn't see the shoes, she sees her child. So in Goloka Vrindavan, everything they see reminds them of Krishna. So Krishna's everywhere.
Yeah.
So for the pure devotee, they see Krishna everywhere.
In the material world.
In the material world.
Mm.
Because, Maya, Lakshmi, Prakritis, everything's an expansion of Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just about having like, oh, I have a connection with Krishna and I can ask and I can make prayer. That's definitely that. But on a deeper level, it becomes such a transcendental vision that you're not in the material world.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Prabhupada said. I never left the spiritual world. Because he saw Krishna everywhere. So if we can get that vision to see Krishna in the heart of every living entity, then you see Krishna everywhere. That's the whole. I'm sorry, that's the whole 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. I am the taste of water and the light of sun.
Yes.
And the sound of
Yes.
the ability man. Of fishes, I am the shark. I love that one.
Yes, yes.
Why does he say all of that?
It's true.
It's because when you look around, you see wood. What does he say about woods? He says, wood. Okay, wood means a tree. This world is a perverted reflection. So every time you see a tree, you think of a perverted reflection. It's like a tree. Anyway, so yeah, this is.
Yeah, very good point. Yes. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
To praise Ekanath Prabhu ki
Hare Krishna. Thank you for your association. This Sankirtan festival was very nice. Especially to see Guru Maharaj happy